Whew, okay. Here we go. Hey, hi guys. I'm here to already start on the Q&A. So, I'm just going to go down and answer the question. Yeah, I'm going to also disclaim this by saying if I mispronounce your name, I'm so sorry. I'm really bad about that, but I can't help it. And last time I did this Q&A, I took screenshots of the questions and inserted them in the video, but that literally took me like 2 weeks to edit one part, and I'm not doing that this time. It was a headache and wrapped up in a migraine. Terrible. I'm just gonna read the question out loud with the person's name. Hopefully you can understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna try to read as clearly as I possibly can. Okay, the first question, T. Deanna Livson. T. Deanna Livson? I see you a lot, but I know who you are. Let's see. What are your dreams and goals? Will you marry me? Let's see. My dreams and goals. Well, I mean, my ultimate life goal, like, I hate to say that because I hate these, like, phrases we have nowadays, like goals and stuff. But my ultimate goal is to end up on the coast of France in a little house on the coast somewhere. Like, that's my goal right there. That's where I want to end up. That's where I want to be. Whatever I have to do to make that happen, I'm gonna do it. But that's where I want to end up one day. That's pretty much my ultimate dream, is just to end up living on the coast of France in a little house. And I'm sure I will marry you. When can we make it happen? I mean, you know, I'm waiting on you. Josh Daw, what do you do to pass the time while you wait for more Rochon goodness? Send help. I need help too. I think we just need like a hotline or something, us Rochon people. We need a hotline to call to talk to somebody or something in the meantime. But what I like to do to pass the time, to where, I mean, I still think about them and stuff, but what I like to do is I like to just do things that I enjoy, like reading, or exercising is a really good thing to do. Watching movies, watching other TV shows to get invested in more characters. Let's see, Iron Gobi Man? There you go. Iron Gobi Man. Looking back, what in your opinion was the best Walking Dead episode and the worst Walking Dead episode? Oh god. Well, I've always said this, but I think that nothing will really ever compare to the first episode ever. The pilot episode was so good. And like, from someone who reads the comics, just seeing so many things from that in there, like, the pilot will always be my favorite, and I think arguably the best one. The worst, oh god. I saw another question that someone asked, kind of asking me the same thing, kind of what I thought was the worst episode, or my least favorite or something. I didn't like that. I know that this is a common answer to this question too, but the episode Still in season 4 with Beth and Daryl, I've only seen that episode one time, and I will never watch it again. It just, I don't know. I don't know if it was the fact that those two were paired up together for an episode, or if it was just a bottle episode of this. I don't know what it was, but I didn't like it. Mark, your icon is Negan. Mark, Reshitar? Your icon's Negan. So, Mark with the icon of Negan. You. Are you a fan of old zombie movies such as Night of the Living Dead or Day of the Dead? For example, love your videos, keep up the great work. Thank you very much. The 60s version, the 1960s version, the one that was made in the 60s, the Night of the Living Dead, I love that one. I like the old 1960s version of Night of the Living Dead because it was so creepy. You know, it was like, just the way that the zombies were in that movie, it's like they weren't completely zombies, but you can tell that they're not human anymore, like there's just nobody in there. I find that to be really creepy, and the fact that it's black and white, and the lighting that they use, like the cinematography of it, it's creepy. And that movie bothers me more than any of the New Age stuff does. So, Jolene, I know how to say that. Jolene 146. Hi, for so friendly. I recently subscribed. I love your vid on Rochon. Thank you. This is a long one, so let's find the question here. What are your thoughts on how they are handling Rick and Michonne's relationship? There's another question, but I'll answer this one first. I like how they've handled it so far. I wish that we could see more of them, not just like doing coupley things, but just more of them together. I know that the past few episodes after they got together were pretty packed full of stuff, and I understand that, but hopefully next season we'll get to see more of that. I'm still waiting on a proper sex scene, so but I think that they've handled it pretty well so far. I mean, I think it's clear that they very deeply care about each other and love each other. So yeah, I think that they're handling it pretty well so far. I won't complain about it. Another video you said that Negan wouldn't kill Michonne. Do you still think that? There's some theories out there saying it could be her. Thank you for your videos and comments. You're very welcome. I will say till the day I die that Negan did not kill Michonne. He did not kill Michonne. It's not Michonne. Those theories, I've seen some of those videos. Y'all are on something. Not Michonne. It will never be Michonne. No. Okay? Their main argument half the time, or more than half the time, is that she's with Rick now. So what? It's they haven't even been together for what? Has it been 5 episodes? 6 episodes? And half the time you haven't even seen them really together that much. I mean, just because she got with Rick doesn't mean she's dead. I don't know what is wrong with people that... It's not Michonne. To my knowledge, at least, correct me if I'm wrong, but has a woman ever died by Lucille? Because I don't recall that ever happening. Okay. Kelvin B. What movies from the 40s do you like? Oh my god. There are so many. Blue Dahlia, I love. I love, Spellbound, I love. Duel in the Sun, Days of Glory, Citizen Kane, Casablanca, It's a Wonderful Life, The Great Dictator, I love. Wolfman! God, why didn't I think of that? The Wolfman, Notorious, Matter of Life and Death. Yeah, there's a lot of movies from the 40s that I really, really enjoy, so I could go on forever. But Oscar Provencio? Do you think Rick is going to change back into his psychotic ways from season 3 after Lori died? Well, if they're gonna go with the comics here, no, I don't think he is. I think that he's going to become actually pretty submissive. So no, I don't see him becoming psychotic again. Let's see. Chaz1134. It's in parentheses here. I'll say that one. Have you seen Ash vs. the Evil Dead? If so, what do you think of it? I haven't seen Ash vs. Evil Dead. I really want to watch it, but I haven't seen it, and I'm really mad that I haven't seen it yet. But I love the Evil Dead, the old Evil Dead, not the original, not the new one. The original, I love that one. So I would love to see that, but I haven't gotten the time, and yeah, it's Trenton Worsham. I'm so sorry. What is your biggest pet peeve? Glad to see you making more videos. I enjoy watching. Thank you very much. Let's see, my biggest pet peeve is people who are being rude and they know they're being rude and they still continue to act rude. I see that so many times, when I go out shopping and I'm around people in stores, or sometimes people at the checkout can be so rude and they don't fix their attitude. And I'm overtly friendly to people. People are really rude, and the fact that I stand there and try to make an effort to talk to you and act really friendly, and you still continue to act rude, that's my biggest pet peeve. That ticks me off like nothing else does. So that, definitely. Xenomorph123, I remember you from last time. Mr. Xenomorph, sorry. What is your favorite Walker kill throughout the show? Mine is Daryl's chain kill from season 5. That one was pretty badass. Favorite Walker. I love when Merle had her captured and she killed that Walker with just a string. I mean, if that doesn't show you how badass she is, I don't know what doesn't. I thought that was so cool that even though she didn't have a weapon anywhere near her and she was bound by her hands, she could still take down a Walker. I mean, God bless her, honestly. Walking Undead. What is your favorite Daryl Dixon quote? There's another question, but what's your favorite? My favorite quote from his is in season 2 when he said that people, when they're having that discussion on how to find Sophia, And then Daryl said, yeah, and people in hell want Slurpees. I love that line. I don't know why I love that so much, but that was my favorite of his. Have you watched Daredevil? I did, yeah, I have. I'll show you. Season 2, the new season of Daredevil, I watched it in a day. I literally, the day it was available to watch on Netflix, I sat here and I binge watched the entire season in a day. The Punisher is everything. I think he was definitely the highlight of season 2, but yeah, I do watch Daredevil and I love it. Andres Carbone, there was questions last time too. Have you seen Batman vs. Superman? If you watched it, did you enjoy it? And if not, will you watch it? I have watched Batman vs. Superman. I watched it a couple of weekends after it came out, and I loved it. I thought it was so great. I cried so hard. It was very emotional for me. Jeffrey Dean Morgan was in it as Thomas Wayne. I was crying in the first 2 minutes. I was already crying. It was intense, but it was very, very good. I enjoyed it a lot. Abraham Azem? What is one thing you've done in your life you will never do again? I got my belly button pierced when I was 16 because I was too young for a tattoo and I wanted to do something to just make myself seem so cool. Long story short, I got that thing ripped out in a door, a screen door, you know, and it got hung, the belly button ring got hung on it, and when I went to shut the door, I pulled it, like, ripped out. It was so painful, it hurt so bad, and it was just it was an annoying thing because it just, like, it would get hung on my clothes, and nobody ever saw my stomach, so I don't know what the point of it was, because no one ever saw it, but, yeah, I'm never gonna do that again. Now I have a scarred belly button because of that, so, yeah. Okay, Extreme Mario plushies. There you are again. Have you seen Breaking Bad? If so, what did you think, and how do you compare it to The Walking Dead? Watched, like, I think I got maybe 4 seasons into Breaking Bad. I know people really love that show, and that's fine. It just wasn't my thing. I think maybe it had to do with the drug use. I don't know what it was, but I just couldn't get into it, and it confused me a lot. I didn't know, like, who was working for who and how that, like, it would confuse me very easily, so, and how would you compare it to The Walking Dead? I think they're 2 completely different things, and I don't really, I can't really compare them because I don't think that they have anything like, really, except for maybe, like, the anti-heroes and stuff in their stories, but other than that, they're pretty different. Joax1411, what was your least favorite episode in the whole series, still, in season 4? If you were in The Walking Dead, how would you like to die? And who would you like to become friends with? Love you, officer, love you too! How would I like to die? Well, let me tell you something. If a zombie apocalypse actually really happened, as soon as I heard, I would drive to the nearest skyscraper or just tall building, go up on the roof, and jump off of it. That's how I'd like to die. I'd like to die immediately. I wouldn't be around long enough for anything to really happen. I would kill myself, before I could even really establish myself in the story. So, who would you like to become friends with? Like, literally everybody. I would like to become friends with Rick and Michonne and Carl, and Aaron and Jesus, and I'd like to be friends with Gregory just to see what that's like. I feel like it would be interesting to be his friend. And I would most definitely like to be more than friends with Negan. So, I love him. Venom Leon, who are your favorite fictional characters from cartoons, comics, etc.? My favorite fictional characters are the Phantom of the Opera, the Phantom, Catwoman, Michonne, Negan, and Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird. Let's see, Laura Rain. A random slew of questions. I love random questions. How tall are you? I'm 5'9". Who's your favorite old Hollywood actor? That guy right back there. Gregory Peck is literally everything to me. Let's see, favorite time of year? Fall. Fall's my favorite because winter is too cold, summer is too hot, and spring there's too much pollen. And it flares up my allergies. So, fall is my favorite. Rain Arrington. Arrington? Yes. Okay. If you were the Rick of a safe zone, what would your stance be on killing evil groups be? Morgan might be onto something, where the only time to kill another person is in defense of yourself or a loved one. I'm kind of with Morgan on that, I think. I couldn't kill someone just to eliminate a threat. I don't think I could do that. I think they would have to actually be attempting to hurt me, like right then and there before I would ever kill them. I can't just do that to somebody that I don't know, you know. I can't. I wouldn't be able to do it. My conscience wouldn't let me, so. P.S. Do you like vodka? I don't, because I don't drink. I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I have never touched a drug in my life. So, Amber Walden, what was your favorite episode this season and why? It's a tie between episode 10, which is the New World, which we get the introduction of Jesus, and Rick and Michonne get together, and the finale, because I got Negan. Red Grin? Yes? There's a lot of questions. There's like 16 questions, so we're gonna do rapid fire, okay? Do you practice any martial arts? No, I don't. I'm not strong enough for that. What are your favorite podcasts? I only listen to one podcast, and yeah, it is embarrassing just because I have to say this out loud, but it's called Nightly Pleasures. And that's exactly what it is. I'm not gonna pretend like it's not. But I found this guy on YouTube, his name's The Grey Knight on YouTube. I found his videos one day, and I really like his voice, and then I found out he had a podcast, and then I went to listen to it, and I was like, oh, okay, because of the content of the podcast, but I really enjoy them, I really like them, so that's the one that I listen to. I'm so embarrassed. Let's see, are you an Android or iPhone user? Like Android. Do you like video games? And if so, what are your favorites? I do enjoy video games, but I can't play them. I'm terrible at video games. I suck at video games. I can't do it. What genres of books do you like to read? Do you subscribe to any magazines? I like to read the classics, dramas, and thrillers. And Entertainment Weekly, I'm subscribed to. That's the only one I really care about. What are your favorite sports? I don't have a favorite sport because I'm not really into sports. Did you graduate high school? Yes, I did. Did you go to college? Yes, I did. What were your favorite subjects in school? History was my favorite. And what was your worst subject? Math was my worst. Are you an extrovert or an introvert? Introvert, definitely. What is your dream job, and why would it be a dream job? I honestly don't know the answer to this question. People ask me this all the time. They're like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess my dream job would just be to have a job that I'm happy doing and that I would love to do for the rest of my life. I've always wanted a job in history. What was the first job you ever had? Which was your favorite job? Which was the worst? The worst job I ever had, the first job I ever had was in a grocery store. I hated it. That was the worst job I hated that. What was your favorite job? I don't know. I worked with makeup for a while, so that was probably one of my favorites. Which holidays are your favorites? Christmas and Thanksgiving are my favorites. Because you get food. Josiah Davalu, I'm so sorry. And you're here a lot. I apologize. You and I would be great friends since we both love old movies. We definitely would. Speaking of which, have you ever seen the movie Rear Window by Hitchcock? It's probably one of my favorite movies of all time. Also, you must watch Breaking Bad if you haven't. It's an amazing show. It's very close to The Walking Dead in my opinion. I have seen Rear Window by Hitchcock. I'm pretty sure I've seen every Hitchcock movie ever made. And like I said, I've seen 4 seasons of Breaking Bad. It's just not my thing. Hope Child. Hello. Random questions as follows. What are your hopes for season 7? I hope they don't screw it up. Do you think Rick and Michonne should have a baby? If it's after this drama with Negan, I don't want Michonne to be pregnant during the All Out War arc. I don't want that to happen because I feel like it's just something awful just waiting to happen. So if I don't mind, I would love for them to have a child, but I want it to be after this Negan stuff is over. I can't deal with, like, that would be too much stress for me. Yeah, they should totally have a baby. Favorite food, Italian, anything Italian. Who's your style icon? I'm influenced by so many people with style that it's not even funny, but I mean, I think that my main person is Dita Von Teese. If you don't know who she is, I don't know what rock you've been living under, but just Google her and thank me later. That's probably my style icon right there. But I take influence from a lot of different things. Another one of my style icons is actually Catwoman. So, oh, by the way, I love your videos. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Dr. Dental? Question 1, there's 3. Question 1. How do you think Gimple has been doing in running the show? Me personally feels like he adapts the comic books perfectly, but whenever he tries an idea of his own, it usually goes to hell. You're right. Let's see. Gimple is a good showrunner. I just think that sometimes he makes decisions that aren't really the best story-wise, that, you know, kind of throws everything off, or he just kind of tries to do these really big plot twists and stuff that doesn't really work out on a show like this, that he could do a lot better. I think that he's not really looking at the big picture here. He's kind of just trying to do whatever he's doing. See, question 2. How in God's name do you think they'll manage to stretch volumes 18 through 21 into 16 episodes for season 7? I don't know how in God's name they're going to do that. You know, it's like, I've been thinking, like, wondering if they're, you know, gonna go straight into all-out war next season and, like, spend the whole 16 episodes doing that, or if that's gonna, you know, be another part in season 8, or, like, what's going on. I don't know how they're gonna do this. Like, the way that they, like, we haven't even seen who's died yet, you know, so it's like, I don't know how they're gonna do it. Question 3, what's your favorite color? For the sake of not sounding too goth, my favorite color is red. Solo Prankster, what made you want to do YouTube videos, and is reacting to The Walking Dead the only type of videos we'll be seeing from you? I just saw other people doing it and it looked like a hell of a lot of fun. And I felt like when I watch those reaction videos to the episodes, it feels like I'm watching the show with them. And that's kind of what I want my videos to be like, you know. Like, when the camera's there, I don't feel like that's a camera. Like, that's you guys to me. And I feel like we're watching the show together, and that's why I behave like I do half the time, is because I'm like, I feel like there's other people there with me and I'm trying to express how I feel and it doesn't work. But I just enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. And, well, reaction videos aren't the only kind of videos that I do or plan on doing. I do the comic reviews. I'm going to do, because the Negan backstory, that's coming out in Image Comics, you know, Robert and Image Comics are doing the Negan backstory. I'm going to do videos on that when that comes around. And I'm always open to requested videos, so if you ever have a video you want me to do, I'm very open to that, you know, so be lovelyable. Hey, you! Been here for a long time. I hope it's okay to ask more than one question. It is definitely okay. What do you like to do to chill out when you're at home? I like to read. I love to read books. That's one of my favorite things to do. I like to read. I like to watch movies. I like to, like, cuddle up in bed with a big blanket and watch a movie. And what's your favorite place you've traveled to and why? My favorite place I've ever been was Atlanta, and I just loved it there. I like the big city, all the different types of people. I loved it, and I want to go back very soon. Do you geek out on any other TV shows or movies? If so, which ones? Yeah, I geek out over Daredevil, and Magic City, which is a show that Jeffrey's in, from a few years ago now. And the Phantom of the Opera, clearly I also geek out over. It's literally everywhere, so yeah. Shane Watson, hello. I remember you saying in an early vid that you love the old black and white movies. I do. Can I ask what is the attraction of them, and would you like to see a full episode of The Walking Dead in black and white, like a flashback to before the outbreak involving Negan or Sasha, etc.? What I love about black and white movies is I just feel like they're very simplistic, you know. They're just so, I don't know what it is about them. They're just very pleasing to look at, and I think that they kind of heighten a lot of the things. They kind of heighten a lot of the effects in the movies, and music helps, but I think that black and white, it's like black and white is so dramatic and so classic, and I just love it so much. And I would love to see a full episode of The Walking Dead in black and white, because the panels in the comics are black and white. So I would love to see a full episode in black and white, and I would definitely love to see one involving Negan. Samburbia Pictures, I think. May I take you out to dinner? You seem so lovely. You certainly can. Whenever you're around, whenever you're in town, let me know and we'll go out somewhere. Sure. Jeff Atwood, are you a fan of the Resident Evil games? Much like earlier when I said I can't play video games, I just can't. I'm not good at them. I do like the story of the Resident Evil games, though. Dark? D-A-R-C? Dark jump scare? Your icon is Spider-Man. Who is your favorite superhero? Oh my god. This is so hard. My brain says Superman. My gut says Wonder Woman, and my heart, even though she's not a hero, says Catwoman. It's like a tie between the three. I know that Catwoman is more of an anti-hero, but I love her so much. Mary Rose, not so scary Mary. Love that. Are you hoping for a Negan and Carl storyline from the comics to happen in season 7? Greetings from Poland. Hello! Greetings from Virginia. Yes, I would love for their storyline to happen in season 7. I just want Negan and Carl to have as close as a relationship in the show as they do in the comics. Like, I want it to be like it is in the comics. I would love to see that happen with those two. They're like two of my favorite characters, and I would love to see that. So yes, I most definitely would. Voila, Hal? So sorry. Favorite 5 songs at the moment. Oh my god. These are so hard. Lovers, the cover by Jackie Evancho. It's the theme from House of Flying Daggers. Her cover of it is so beautiful. I was just this morning listening to Arctic Monkeys. Do I Want to Know? Cherry Wine by Hosier. I was just listening to Nina Simone this morning. I was listening to Feeling Good and Fever by Peggy Lee. Those fun. Toxic Talia. That's my sister. Do you like me as a sister? I love you as a sister, and I wouldn't trade you for anything. I laughed so hard when I saw that she commented. J-Man16, what do you think of the casting for Dwight and Gregory? I think that they're perfect. I love the casting choices for those two. They're so great. I'm so happy about those. So, no complaints at all. They're perfect. Oh, here we go again. Burke, B-E-R-K-E, Multican? I'm so sorry. Hi, I'm from Turkey. This is not a question, but please say hello hello, Turkey! Hi! And this will be the last one I answer in this one, okay? This is from John Doe. What are your feelings about Andrea in the TV show? I know a lot of people don't like her, but I kind of did. What about you? I don't dislike the character of Andrea. I dislike what they did to Andrea, and kind of some of the things they made her do, like her relationship with the governor and all that. I thought that was so stupid, and it just ruined everything. But as a character, I thought Andrea was great, but I just don't like what they did to her and what they made her do. I didn't like that. But so yeah, there you go. That's this part, and then I will get the other ones in the next part, and I will get that done as soon as I possibly can. Hopefully it won't take me forever to edit this thing. So yeah, until the next part, I am Officer Friendly, over and out. We got a double one this time.